This is VJ Franz K. I'm making my first beat using the SeqTrak from Yamaha. It's already a lot of fun, and you can see I have my desk camera running, showing the actual SeqTrak, and then also we have here the SeqTrak app, which will run on your PC or will run on your desktop. I mean, will run on your mobile device, your cell phone, your laptop, or your tablet. So, sort of an interesting way to get the possibilities. It's sort of an interesting way to get the possibilities of a completely self-contained mobile device here with the SeqTrak, but then also the screen editability of a full app. So, you know I like to have my volume sliders for the different parts. But anyway, let's look at what I've been making so far. So first we have this kick. I can select it and you can see the pattern of the kicks here. And when I have tapped this kick button, it's going into the edit here, and I can edit on the device itself, but I can also now edit here. So I'm tuning the kick. It is punchy, saturated kick. I could choose, using the sound knob, I could choose different. I can search through a large list of different sounds that are included with the device, so that is great. Let's see. So once again, I'm going to press this. Yeah, I go to this edit. So I'm specifying the pitch and maybe that is, does it stop itself from playing again? Anyway, so on here I have a pan, I have a volume, and a filter. That's nice for every single thing here. I could change this, but let's see, what do we have here? Then here is a snare. Am I doing anything with my snare? Oh yeah, well, let's see. That's right. So in my perform, right now I have soloed the kick, so of course I can't hear the other things. So now I'm looking at the snare here. And here is the snare edit, the tight snare. I could change it to a different sound. It's automatically looking list of snares, but I could reassign it to a different type of sample if I wanted. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? So now I'll go back to my perform mode, and of course I can use the solo button on the machine itself to unsolo, to solo or unsolo the different parts. And I like this sort of arrangement. So maybe I'll just move it with the sliders or something like that. It would be cool if you could use a fader bank with USB. So I can change out my levels here, get it just right. Now, right now, you have to output the sound of the SeqTrak out the SeqTrak unit itself. You can't have it come into the sound on your desktop PC. And I would like that as a feature, could it automatically stream onto the desktop PC. So then you don't have to connect the audio output. Right now I have the audio output connected by a wire to my PC's audio input box. I'm talking too much and not making enough beats. Let's see, so let's look into the drums here. So if I have the kick, here is the kick. Perform Oh yes, pattern. So here it is. So this is the setting, and I was just messing around on I switched to pattern number 5 on one of the preset banks. So right now I'm editing one of the preset banks that had a blank thing on it. Now it's not in song mode, I'll learn about that later, but I usually manually switch my patterns rather than making a song mode out of it, because I like the flexibility of being able to jam. The repeater, cool effect that I like to use here. And you can use the, oh, and look at that. See, it's responding instantly to what I'm doing here. On the screen here, it's showing what it's doing. Can I change this to a different type of filter? Interesting. I could have a variety of different things. So on the filter, I could try this VCM mini filter. That is more of a thick filter sound. So, let's see. I guess it knows. Oh, it's even counting. Where is the repeat? Interesting. Of course, we also needed to be able to do triplets, just because sometimes you're doing triplets, but what happens if I freeze it? Well, I don't hear any difference yet, but that's great for chopping up beats. Gate time. So what that means. Oh, alright. So that puts little gaps. That's cool for a slightly different effect. If I adjust the attack time and the release time, what does that sound like? Interesting, so it's got a softened sound, which that could be interesting if you don't want that sort of harsh quality to it. Let's see, so this will put me onto the second page. Oh, interesting. So if I change the play speed to not 100, oh, that's cool. I can have it play at 0.4 of the speed, or even... Oh, that's cool. It'd be a lo-fi effect. That's good. Do a pitch sweep. Oh, great for IDM. Have it sweep. Oh, I see. So if you... An upward pitch sweep is not common, but I see. So you can set it to exactly 0 is the basic setting. That type. If I type on my PC keyboard 0, need an easy way to return value to 0. I can't right click on it. That. There we go. Alright. And I could change the wet-dry balance, which once again, if I don't want such a jarring effect there, it is mixing the repeats. Anyway, I'm getting distracted by looking at all of these different options. So that's a bit boring. So I'll just look at everything that I've set up so far. So we just had these voices. These are samples. These are all samples that I picked out, except some of them were in the demo project, but... So it's all counted as one voice, all of these, let's see, all of these 7 samples, because this is the record button. I don't really like the record button being among these keyboard buttons because it's easy to press it when you don't mean to select it. It's like, and I don't really like the side buttons either. I will get used to them, but they're small and it could be hard to remember where they are. So I wish everything were on top, even though that does save a little bit of real estate to have it that way, to not have more buttons on the top, but yeah, kind of unusual there. But we'll see how I like it. I was able to try this beforehand. But, so that's the sample section. And then I sort of was looking through the DX synth section, and I noticed this FM metal dissonant, and I guess what that is the sound of a FM synth keyboard, like a metal guitar or something. So I could make it sharper by adjusting this filter. So here it is, and that's cool. Filtering, you can get a nice lo-fi beat style. But yeah, anyway, I've been messing around with beats for a long time here, but let's see. So I could change the type of filter, of course. I see that is no filter, so-called no filter of your communication there, but I like that first setting. Later on I'll figure out how to make that modulate in some way. But let's see. Look under the sound. What else can I do? Oh, I see. That would be picking out a different sound. But I already kind of like this one. So what else am I doing here? Does this look through more? Oh yeah, it does. Oh, alright. I see, I can adjust. Oh, interesting. We're adding attack and stuff to the mix there. Looking through this reverb, send, delay. I see, and these 4 things on the side are corresponding to what is currently set on these knobs here too, I guess. To the FM algorithm. Oh, interesting. So we're going through the different... That is an easy way to flip through different FM ideas. And FM synthesis is notoriously hard to fully understand and be able to program, which is one reason why people do tend to reach for presets, but I guess they are simplifying it into these common algorithms here, so that is good. And I see, we can change the modulation. Right. Oh, make it very soft. it's almost like a bell there. But then we're adding now we're really messing with the FM here. Not such a good idea if I want to keep the note on tune. But it is good. You can experiment with these things carefully, tuning things around. Just don't forget what the original setting was, because I don't know if, does this have an undo? The app doesn't have a keyboard undo yet, so that is that's fun. Now if I can change this from beat repeat, I could have it be something else on that thing. Beat repeat or vinyl break. Let's hear that. Alright, there's a semi-realistic vinyl break sound. Modulation, I see tempo, flanger, phaser, bit crusher. I see, so it doesn't select until here. So there is me putting a bit crusher on the repeater instead of having it be a repeater. And analog delay, retro, tempo cross delay. So it's doing that ping pong thing. But we'll turn it back to the beat repeat. It's easier to remember if you just leave it on that setting, assuming that I like the beat repeat feature a lot, even though I hope that they will have a note repeat feature on the sequencer half of it. Anyway, that's getting boring, but you just keep listening to that, but you have to get your boredom threshold to change if you want to make beats, because you'll have to listen to the same sounds over and over and over and over again until you get them right. So here I just found this random synth, but just sort of a noise or something, but I thought it sounded good with the rest of the beat. Am I soloing it? So what sound is this anyway? It is on synth 1. So type auto synth. What sound is it? And oh, sand. It's not send, it's sand. So, and it does sort of sound like wind scattering the sand. So that'll work. Let's see, tap this. Yeah, and it shows me sand. That's good, because I could be editing my beat in the park somewhere, and I just need to bring out my cell phone to help me look at the stuff, decide what I want to finally adjust, even though I mostly made this beat without using the app. Mostly did just picking out things with the sound select. So here's a clap sound. Let's go in there. Modulated hand clap, there it is. It's got a bit of delay on there. Oh, and it's got that tempo flanger. A more tempo flanger. are none. So let's have just a little bit. I could change the pitch, pan, the volume. I see. And let's see what happens if I... Oops. I changed it. Changed it to the... Another clap there. Alright, there it is. Modulated hand clap once again. I see. And that modulated hand clap, I guess, included that modulation already as something that it has. So, I see, with no filter and stuff like that. So, I guess it's sort of meaningless to have a drum sound do a chord. What does that even mean? But, so is there anything on hat 1 at all? Hat 1? No, there isn't. So you can see me adding these keys here, and if I hold this down for 2 seconds, right, I can add a ratchet, or they call it substep here, substep. Oh wow, and I can also change my probability. That's interesting. Let's try that. So now this thing only has a 36% chance of playing, and it has lit up. Can't really see that on the camera, but it's purple. So maybe that is revealing to me that still sounds like it's playing all the time, but here's my probability shown. I see I turned that off. If I add it back here, what is that? That line. Oh, I see. Go into there. 23% chance that it will. Still sounds like it's sounding all the time. We'll figure that out another time. But I can get the substep in there. That could be useful. Of course, we do kind of need also to be able to have triplets as micro timing. That will be good, even though, like, if you don't have it, you figure out some way around it, like by changing the last step. But anyway, so that's how I do micro timing. Good. And I could pick out a different hat by turning... You know, they say that wear many different hats. Glitch hat. Kind of interesting. Scattering noise there. What happens if I tap this? So I go back here. Amp simulator. What is going on here? I see that is adding some of that harshness there. Glitch hat. I see. Maybe it has a built-in... Yeah, it has a built-in rattling sound there. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, well, and this will be so cool. There's over 2,000 sounds in this included as a built-in hardware set. It's always good to have a nice built-in ROM set of samples, but then you're able to sample by using the microphone, and you're able to an audio line in, and you're able to use USB-C in to load new samples, which we will enjoy doing. And we choose some cool samples use, maybe I'll do some vocal samples, even though there already are a few interesting vocal samples, and it sounds like they got a chorus group to record them, sort of the kind of vocal things that you want for your techno hip-hop track or something. People talking, singing short phrases or something like that. So now unsolo. So it's like, you might like that sound by itself, but do you like how it sits in the mix? Kind of interesting. So what about hat number 2 here? Hat number 2. Is hat number 2 doing anything? No, it isn't. I didn't bother to set up hat number 2. Wait a minute. Hat number 2. Wait. Oh, I see. This is hat number 2. So, right, I didn't set anything here. So we are adding some hat number 2s here, but I can't hear hat number 2 if... Are we editing hat number 2? There it is. So, even though perhaps it is being prevented by the sounding of hat number 1. Oh, I see. I'm editing percussion number 2. That is what that is. So this is hat number 2, and I also have not set any hat number 2. So that is open hat. Not locking each other out right now, even though you can set that. So now I want to choose a different open hat or something else probably. Wait. That's getting a nice groove there, so we'll just leave that. Leave that there, but maybe try to change. I see, so I'm changing the sound here. Changing the pitch. Yeah, there. That is good. Maybe I want to go over here. Now if I use the page button, the page is down here. You can flip the page and maybe have different stuff. So once again, shorten up that decay. I see, and they already set it up as a high-pass filter. Now on my electripes that I often play, when you select a sound, it's just a sample. It doesn't include all of these extra settings, so good to know when you're picking out. Wow, time is really flying. You know that you're having a great time if time just flies by as you're doing your thing. So, do I have anything for percussion 1 and percussion 2? Yes, I do. So what is it? Sort of thumping sound. Can I improve that? Can I pick something else that's better? I guess I really need to listen to everything, not just sit there and... like, how does everything sit together in the mix? I'm gonna lower the volume of that, and you can see the volume is adjusting. This is a cool way to work, actually. by adjusting this pitch. And later on I'll figure out how to do a modulation of that pitch or I want. Alright, good enough. Maybe it's almost subliminal there. Alright, and then in my perform, I'm looking here. Oh wait, that's synth 2. Alright, so percussion number 2 is this tapping sound. Let's just see, what is that called? Shaker 12, that's fine. As these things. So let's listen to my, what does my synth 2 sound like? I see, it's this sort of Hoover sound. So they call it big skid hook lead. They call it case. I could put a filter on it if I want. Sound that was part of classic rave music, and then it went out of style for a while, and then it started to be used in 2000s pop songs. Lady Gaga and Britney, I believe, picked it up. And so you could leave it there and change it from mono polyphonic. Turn it on a chord. What is that gonna do? I'm not gonna mess up my pattern, which I've already set, but it's interesting. All of these possibilities here, not stuck to monophonic synthesizers as many early groove boxes were stuck. So that is cool. Alright, so let's see, perform. So turn up the kick once again. That's weird. Why don't I hear my kick? So, go over here to the kick. Why is it so silent? Oh. Because we filtered it out of existence, of course. I don't know when I set that. Must have been by accident. Turn off the filter. Don't need that for this. So that's a nice kick sound, and sound quality sounds good from this machine. I am noticing a little bit of noise because I have this on USB-C power right now, and I guess it has to be on USB-C, but unfortunately, that's the difference of USB power versus MIDI. MIDI was octo-isolated, and so it doesn't have the sound interference that often pops up on USB power. So many cool devices have the problem of a little buzz that comes through when you're using that USB power. Now, if I'm performing at a show, I am probably running this off of its internal battery. I have high hopes for. So I accidentally set my repeater being a distortion. That's unusual. Oh, I see. This is doing something else, actually. I have this one, master or single. Yeah, it's doing something else. Wait. Alright, let's see. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Ready for a breakdown or something. Oh, I see. I could change the output level too. I could make it louder or more quiet. Could be useful. Let's go back here again. It is on. We'll get back to that later. I've messed it up in some way. Oh, I'm adjusting. What am I doing here? Well, changing my master compressor. Back here. Master effect 1 on. I see it's a compressor. Wow, suddenly made that very loud there. I'll just temporarily reduce that output level so you can hear what I'm talking about while we do this, but let's see. So, how do I... Wow. Alright, let's see. Well, I guess I'm kind of stuck here. Effect 1, effect 2, each repeat. Oh, I see. It was stuck on on. I'll get that back on some other project or something. But it's been fun to make my first beat. I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to back it up. See, I can hit stop here. And it's not playing anymore. See, go back home. So I can see my... Oh wait, we have to look at the visualizer and see what is going on here. It's loading. Warning, gotta use 4 gigabytes of RAM. I can pick out one of these weird scenes and have angular statue. Okay, so what happens when I start playing now? So now it is doing this glitch at I can look at it from the top, the left side, front, then I see am I moving the object in this, whatever this is. SeqTrak, I see change object. I looked at this a little bit while I was waiting for the SeqTrak to actually arrive. Okay, so maybe this is the SeqTrak model that I'm moving here. I can move it something. This is flower petals or something like that. Anyway, I'll look into this much later because I am still a VJ. I do video projections, and so this will be interesting. I definitely will use this in my VJ projections in some way or other, and I can choose to have it be the black SeqTrak that I have here, or I could choose the orange model later. Fun to look in, and you can see, I don't know if it is actually doing what is going on here. Let's see, turn the floor on, what does that do? I see it adds this floor, it's a snowstorm. Turn the floor off, let it be snow. Okay, so I see, and it is running at 29.95 FPS, so that is good. For objects, oh, I see the snow, and they have a bloom and a glitch effect. Adding thing I could record, but I already am recording in the corner of my screen here. No need to record twice, and overtax, it disappears. Is that okay? Alright, so I see you have a dynamic tutorial, which I'll look through later but the sound, the presets, the device connection, parameter list, user manual, I see. This will help me remember what the controls do in various contexts. And these side knobs really do have a lot of different functions, but they are contextual, as they say. So we'll go back into the GUI editor, graphic user interface, and that is very important. But I'll just do some other stuff around here before we call this video finished. Maybe I'll stop at 45 or 50 minutes. But let's see. Yeah, I'm getting tired of that synthesizer, so fade this down. Indeed, I do wish it had volume sliders here, but what you can do is, like, select my kick here, for example, and then I'm reducing the volume. And then I can, these knobs are clicky knobs. They're endless encoders, but they have a click to them, so you can feel how they are, and when they're at the maximum, they just won't turn anymore. Or they turn, but it's not registering. That is that. But, I don't know, the clicky quality of them means that you can't turn them as fast as you otherwise might be. Gives you fine control over exactly the number of clicks, but yeah, in a hurry, it would be hard to do that. So I guess for this device, we're really gonna need to memorize the location here of the side. And this going off the side of the camera there. But there's buttons on the side of the unit that are for solo or mute. So just get used to using mute buttons. But I can already say that it is a bit difficult because you forget which is which. Guess you'll remember. Yeah, obviously, these encoders, these are also endless encoders, but they have a click to them. And I can move up or down to change, like, the kick pattern here. Oh wait, I just changed all. So this is an empty area. We'll just show you how fast I could lay down the beats here. I should have done before, but... So... here, oh, I see. It's easy to forget that this is not part of this. It might have been good to have a separation there. Just so you don't get confused about that. But, so, 8, 16. So I'm putting in the kicks And if I want to add a multiple, I hold that down. And then there it is. I can just click that away to return it if I want. So then that's the kicks. And people have said about these buttons, I think they are pressure sensitive, but oh, I see, it's all it's soloed. Oh, I see, it's all muted. Right, muted everything. So you have to remember what is muted or what is not. Yeah, my repeater is still stuck setting the volume level of the whole track. Oops. So that's the snares. Nice and fast. You already know how to use step sequencers. Be happy about this. Step sequencers are so natural to me at this point that I don't even feel restricted by them at all, basically. I see, so if I hold this down, oh, I see, if I hold this down, this is changing what pattern it is on. Can I play this? There's some way to play it in live, but I don't know. I'm so used to just sequencing in everything. But I would love a note repeat to get it like, there they are, going. That sound is almost inaudible. Once again, maybe put some substeps in there. I see, I can't add multiple substeps at the same time. So I could add these sub. Sounds good. Just doing its thing. Add some synth 1. What happens? Can I not? Oh, I see. The synth patch that I selected is so out there. Why do I not hear that? Oh, who cares? There is a way to get this entire keyboard to be a playable piano-style keyboard, but I forget what that is. The button able to key. Here's some. If I hold the key down, happen. Right, this is the record button. So that really should be marked, because that is an important function. And I can specify the key called Yamaha Demo Project 1 because that it is. project. I just immediately started editing my own project in that other zone. Project Sound Manager, I see. There it is. I see. Yes, I could rename it. And name it. Let's see. Back that up. Other stuff. Back and forth. Computer, and I certainly will do that because I want to, yes, just keep everything you want to have space to edit your beats when you're going anywhere, because you never know when you have your inspiration. But then you also want to be able to come back home and back them up. One of my major problems with this unit is that it only has 8 projects in its memory. That seems really small. Like, it's digital device, so there really shouldn't be a limit, and the limit is 8. That is low. You know, on my Deluge, I have about 1,000. Well, not 1,000. They're not all full, but several hundred of those patterns are full now. So, and that is all stored on a memory card. So, yeah. Anyway, so for this, I would have to be trading back and forth. Even though with each of these projects, you do get six layers of patterns. So if you wanted to maximize how many songs you could fit on here, you could cram more than one actual song into one of these spaces here. So, that's right, you could. So here, what happens if I double click project 4, then I go home. I'm back to the GUI editor. Oh, wait a minute. I'm still in Yamaha demo project 1. Project Sound Manager. Okay, so here it is. Once again, select this. Export, import, or rename. Oh, well, maybe if I just hold the project button. Oh, I see. This is when this is on that page. It's a special mode. Now I'll just hold the project 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I press this, I'm immediately in project number 4. Now I look at the Project Sound Manager, and what does it tell me? I see. That is, once again, I see. So if I go back to the GUI editor, though, now I see. Now I'm in this brand new project. Okay. Purpose achieved there. So once again have a blank pattern with just a kick drum. Anyway, I'm going to end this video now at 55 minutes. It's amazing how it goes, but thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and consider supporting me here on YouTube, where I make all kinds of videos about creative tech, keeping you informed about the newest devices and software and everything that you might want to be ready to make your creative dreams come true in some way or another. Yeah, I'm already picking out my next drums. Anyway, leave me to it, and I will talk to you again soon. We'll take a short break and then make some more beats, because this SeqTrak is very inspiring. what can you say? And that's just what you want from a new piece of gear. You can think of all kinds of ways you want to use it, and I'm going to use it this week. I'll take it to a performance jam and we'll see how the people like it, but I have high hopes. Thank you for watching.